Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your yin practice. And today we're going to work with the metal element. We're going to work with metal element is often connected to the large intestine and the lung meridians. So we'll be getting into the shoulders quite a bit. So let's begin with some alternate nostril breathing. On your right hand, there's two ways of doing this. The traditional way is right hand, it's the index and middle finger to the top of the thumb. And then I'll use my right thumb to close my right nostril, my right ring finger to close my left nostril. For some people, I prefer it this way. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can take your middle and ring finger and place it to your third eye and find your alternate nostril breathing that way. So let's begin. Take a full breath in. Exhale completely. Close the right nostril. Inhale, breathe in through the left. Pause. Exhale through left. Change. Close left. Inhale, breathe in through right. Pause. Exhale through right. Change. And as we start with the left, connecting to the more feminine aspect of ourselves, to that of creativity and nurturing. Can you bring that throughout your practice today? With alternate nostril breathing, we're seeking balance in the body. Carrying on with your own breath work. Breathing in your own time. And then finish the round of breath you're on and take another 10 here. When you finished all 10 rounds of breath, Just release your right palm to your right thigh, keeping the eyes closed. Can you keep your awareness breathing in and out of each separate nostril? Setting yourself up for your practice today. The metal element is connected with more traditional Chinese medicine, with pure energy from the heavens. It flows into the body through the lung. And is eliminated, I should say the waste of it is eliminated through the large intestine. As we prepare our bodies to move today. Can we find balance by allowing spontaneity and flexibility within the structure of each pose? It's finding shapes that still feel safe within the body. And we'll move into a reclined butterfly pose. So it's quite nice to have some sort of bolster underneath the spine. Place your bolster underneath your spine and bring the soles of the feet to touch. Allow the knees to flare out to the sides. Allow the arms to extend out. Find this opening, this broadening through the collarbones. We're working into the lung meridian, which starts just underneath the collarbone, runs down the front inner part of the arm, all the way through the inner thumb. So really allow your arms to extend out towards the side. Allow your mind and your body to rest here. Once again, seeking a sense of flexibility within the structure of this pose. So if maybe you need some support and you don't usually take support, please take it now. Let the heart and body be expansive. We're about halfway here. So can you really allow yourself to just soften? If there's any final adjustments you need to do, and if your mind starts to wander, you bring your focus back to your breath. You bring your focus back to this moment. Maybe even feeling into your lungs, noticing how they expand as you breathe in. And how they deflate as you exhale. How that causes us to drop deeper into our parasympathetic nervous system. That state of rest and digest. We're in our last minute here. And at the end of this next breath, release your arms. Bring the hands to the outer thighs. And slowly, maybe you roll over to the one side through a fetal position. And press yourself up to a seat. And we're going to take some windscreen wipers with our legs. So the feet as wide as the mat. And then gently windscreen wipe your knees from left to right. Just to release into the body a bit here. Moving as fast or as slow as you need this morning. And once you've done an equal amount of windscreens to both left and right sides, we'll come to stillness. Cross your shins, And bring yourself forward. You're at tabletop. And in your tabletop, maybe you take some cat-cows. Maybe your body just wants stillness. I quite like some days, especially like today, to just gently sway from left to right. See what feels good in your body. And then start to lower your hips forward. And let's take a Sphinx pose. So today's quite cold in Cape Town. See how your body feels. If you want a little bit more fire, you don't need to use props, but it's quite nice to have a bolster underneath your ribs. And the forearms to the mat. And maybe you stay here. For some of you, maybe you bend the elbows and you bring the thumbs to the eye sockets to rest on the thumb. Notice how that feels in your body. Finding your Sphinx pose. Closing through your eyes. Observing through your breath. And can you bring that almost metal-like sensation into your body? When metal is heated and it's moldable, can you allow your body to be moldable around the shape you've selected? Before it cools down and becomes solid. You allow your way of thinking to be fluid and flexible. Within the structure of the shape. As you approach your last minute in this pose, maybe stay in your Sphinx. Some of you may feel like taking a seal. You do that by pressing the palms into the mat. Hands slightly wider than the shoulders. And if seal doesn't feel good for you, go return to Sphinx. Maybe your chin is heavy, your neck is long. Some of you might prefer to have a straight neck. And then at the end of the next round of breath, slowly release down. You're moving through Puppies Pose. So keep your arms as they are. Lift your hips, then send the hips back. And if you've got the bolster, it's actually quite nice to keep the bolster underneath the heart. And then you're moving into the front of the shoulders to more of the outer of the shoulders, I should say, into the large intestine meridian, which starts at the nose, runs down around the ear, through the neck, along the collarbone, then to the outer shoulder and all the way down to your forefinger. And like heated metal, can you allow the heart to melt, to drop into the earth beneath? Got about 1 more minute here. And the end of the next breath, slowly bring us forward. Remove any props you may have in the way. And then just slowly bring yourself down into a capital T shape. It's the left ear to the mat. Arms out to the sides. We're going to move into broken wing. So it's quite nice to have your bolster in front of you underneath your belly and a block behind you. So we're taking broken wing to the left. So I'm going to bring my right hand, onto my mat. And then press the right hand down. I'm going to roll over onto the left side of my body. My left arm still where it is in that capital T. I like to bring my bolster towards my belly. And then open up that right knee. And the right foot will land on the block. And all the bolster's doing is stopping me from rolling over. And maybe you keep the right hand in front of you. Maybe you bring that right forearm along your lumbar spine. Really getting into the lung meridian here. The lungs breathe prana. The breath or life force into the body. And you soften as you're clearing out, opening into that lung meridian. You're halfway. And at the end of the next breath, slowly start to unravel yourself. So if you have your right arm behind you, bring it back to your heart. Start to release the right leg. Roll back onto the belly. Extend your right arm out to the side. So in that capital T shape again. And then if you want to prepare yourself with props, the bolster moves to the left side and your block to the right. Then lower your right ear to the mat. And let's prepare for broken wing to the right side. So place the left hand down, roll over onto the right. If you're working with a bolster, bring that in front of the belly. It's going to give you some more support. And the left foot either to the mat or to your block. And then maybe you take the left hand back behind, getting into the right lung meridian. Allow yourself to move into a shape that, although it's opening into the body and the meridians, it still feels safe within. We're not looking to cause a sense of panic in any pose. And then finish the round of breath you're on. Take 2 more. And then slowly start to unravel yourself. Release the left arm, the left leg. And then come to rest back into your capital T shape here. Noticing what shifted within the body. Shifted in the mind. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press ourselves up through table. Maybe we take a few rounds of cat-cow again. Feeling into your body here. And bring the sit bones. You're welcome to tuck your toes if you want to stretch into the necks of the toes. And bring the sit bones back towards the hips. Set yourself up for child's pose. Then bring the palms to touch. Bend the elbows and take your sharp hook. So the thumbs rest at the back of the neck. You've got about 30 seconds left here. The end of the next breath releases the arm. It's going to bring us back through table, lower the sit bones down. We're going to, last shape before we take our final resting shape. We're going to take seal pose. Sorry, not seal, snail. So I'm going to roll down my spine. Make sure I don't have a wall right behind me. And maybe I bring my hands to my lower spine. Just bring my bolster behind me. I like to bring my arms back. We're looking for length through the back of the body. We're only here for another minute. And then at the end of the next round of breath, slowly roll yourself out into your final resting shape, your pentacle, and make yourself as comfortable as you can. Maybe you place a blanket on yourself, or you bring a bolster underneath your knees. It's quite nice, especially since we worked with the lung and the large intestine meridians, to have a bolster the full length of your spine here. Then your arms and legs wide. So just to lift through the chest, the same as we set up for our reclined butterfly. And then allow your body to come to rest in this final shape. And when the metal element is balanced within our bodies, we are able to have clear structure and boundaries in our life with appropriate flexibility, easy routine, and inspiring rituals. When the metal element is out of balance, we experience persistent sadness and grief, too much rigidity or inflexibility. And the other side of that is, the flip side of the same coin is sloppiness and messiness. It often looks like problems with the mouth, the teeth, the nose, throat, neck, and shoulders. Problems with the large intestine meridian often show up in coughing, asthma, chest pain. In order to keep our balance in the metal element, we want to continue to allow for flexibility in our lives. In Chinese medicine, the elements, the 5 elements, are connected. They're connected by the earth, bears metal, and the metal bears water. Late summer, being earth, runs into autumn, being metal. And metal bears water as we run into winter. When you're ready, slowly draw your awareness back to your body, back to your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to roll your eyes around in your eye sockets. The inhale extends the arms behind you, points the toes. The exhale draws everything inwards. And moving with flexibility in how you come out of your pose. We'll meet in a comfortable seat. Bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart. Bowing the knowledge of the mind to the wisdom of the heart. To go forth in our day, may we truly experience each breath we take. May we show up with healthy boundary, the sense of spontaneity and fluidity, yet that still feels safe to our being. Thank you for your practice this morning. Namaste.